our second speaker tonight, our house contrarian, David Goldwich, ATM Bronze, will explain why the Rolling Stones were wrong. This speech is entitled, "You Can Always Get What You Want." Please welcome David Goldwich.
Two burly Italian-American men, a father and son team, walked into our law office. I won't mention their name, but it rhymes with soprano. Yo, we want to build a junkyard in your neighborhood. You's got a problem with that? No, sir. I don't have a problem with that. I love junkyards. Let's build a junkyard. These guys were in the auto salvage business. They would buy old junk cars, strip the parts, smash up the rest, and sell it for salvage. They wanted to build a junkyard on the banks of the Miami River, and they needed a zoning change to do that. I had been with the firm for about a year, and my boss said, "David, I think you're ready. I'll let you handle this one." I cracked my head trying to figure out an approach. Nobody likes a junkyard. They smell. They breed vermin. They're ugly. They're disgusting. And the fluids and oil from the cars will leak into the river. The environmentalists will go nuts. This is the worst zoning application in the world. There's no way we're going to win. And these gentlemen don't look like they're gracious losers. Feeling a bit distressed, I went in to talk to my boss. First of all, he explained, it's not a junkyard. It's a recycling facility. All of the glass and metal will be recycled. The rubber will be turned into pellets that will be used to make soft surfaces for kiddie playgrounds. And the stuffing inside the interior and the seats will be burned as fuel. Besides, this part of the river is not meant for al fresco dining and tourism. It's designated for industry. There are shipping docks and marine repair facilities and other uses. This is exactly what the plan wants to be there. And this is going to be state-of-the-art. The whole thing will be under one big roof. There will be a drainage ditch around the entire perimeter. It will be the model for all future businesses of this type. By the time my boss was finished explaining to me, I was thinking, this is a great zoning application. There's no way we can lose. So, do you think we won? Exhibit A, I'm still here. I learned a very important lesson from this case. No matter what you want, no matter how hopeless it seems, there's always a way to get it. A legal, moral, and ethical way to get it. You just have to find what it is. I'll give you an example. When I was in Singapore, on occasion, I would crave a mojito. I would go to the supermarket to buy a lime. The limes were always sold in threes, like 3 for $1.99 or something. I would come to the cashier with my one lime, and she would always tell me, "You can't buy just one lime. You have to buy 3. As a consumer, I don't like to be told what I have to do. But I only need one lime. You can't make me buy more stuff that I don't need. Just divide the price by 3. I'll give you 67 cents for one lime. Doesn't that make sense?" The cashiers never saw it that way. So I would call the manager, and we would have a little argument, and the manager would eventually ring it up for me. After a few of these episodes, the manager finally saw the light. He said, "I'm going to make a barcode for one lime. So from now on, you'll be able to buy 1 lime. The next time I went in there with my 1 lime and the cashier objected, I said, check your little booklet. There's a barcode in there. She looked at me rather skeptically, flipped through the booklet and said, oh, you're right. There is one in there. Lesson learned, persistence pays. Another time I was at the international buffet of a fancy hotel. As I got ready for dessert, I saw the most amazing chocolate cake. I thought the only thing better than a slice of that chocolate cake would be a slice of that cake with an ice cold glass of milk. I asked the waitress if she could bring me some milk. She said, I'll have to charge you for the milk, but coffee and tea are included. This buffet was already very expensive, and I didn't want to spend another $8 or $10 for a glass of milk. So I said, can I get a cup of coffee with a lot of milk in it and some extra milk on the side? Yes, sir. And hold the coffee. She looked confused. But that would just be milk. I'll have to charge you for that. I said, no, it isn't just milk. It's coffee with a lot of milk in it and milk on the side, but hold the coffee. She said, but that's still milk. I'll tell you what, I'd like a cup of coffee with a lot of milk and milk on the side, but can you make the coffee very light? Of course, sir. How light would you like your coffee? Very light as you can make it. Just 1 drop of coffee. But you won't be able to taste the coffee. I'm okay with that. She brought me what I wanted. Lesson learned. Some people just have to follow the rules. So find a rule that works for you. With apologies to Mick and Keith, you can always get what you want. You just have to find a way. If there doesn't seem to be a way, that doesn't mean there isn't a way. It just means you haven't found it yet. So keep looking. Toastmaster of the evening.